Stream starting. Type of ping. Okay. Why am I getting the sub to earn drops thing when I'm literally not even affiliate? Like, who does that benefit? You can't even sub to me. I. That's chill, man. I. This is probably gonna be like normal weekend stream time. If I'm guessing. At Minod. It's true. Yeah, I think I'm figuring out how to dodge dive bomb, like, consistently-ish. Figured he was gonna pop a full screen shed, but that's just a normal shed. Okay. First attempt of the stream being Gemini is really good. First attempt of the day is a blade attempt? Jeez. Ah, I just jumped too early and then it didn't buffer. I don't even know why I was jumping there in the first place. That's a really good first attempt, though. Blade is being a lot more of an issue than I thought it was going to be. I think it's just a hard fight to do with nerves. Not even with nerves necessarily, just with pressure. Because there's a lot of, like, tiny execution mistakes you can make. I'm probably not going to be, like, chatting that much bullshit this grind unless, like, someone in chat prompts it. Like, it's not going to be, like, my default state. Unless I just go, like, completely crazy during this grind, I need to chat bullshit just to, like, stay, like, not completely, like, completely unstimulated. I need to listen to more Repo TSK, honestly. I think just, like, more alt-rocky vocal weight is what I fuck with more. Rather than, like, the stuff, like, rather than, like, more, like, outright, like, pop-focused stuff. I think that might be a part of why I'm kind of not fucking with a lot of, like, the new big names. Like, the only, like JB Page slash Flavor Foley song I, like, heavily fuck with is Butcher Vanity. Like, the rest are either, like, good to I don't really care for this. But Butcher Vanity is just, like, straight up, like, best thing they've been. I was sliding. But, like, Butcher Vanity is, like, the best thing they've been a part of by, like, a sizable margin. I don't think this spine is, like, an issue now. And that I know how to, like, deal with it. My old strat just sucked for it. Okay, I don't think it matters as much how, like, quartered you are. The main thing in this fight that matters is, like, Tornado Man's positioning. Like, your positioning is second to Tornado Man's positioning. I am, like, not failing Stone or Tornado today. What? Was the gas leak fixed? Looks like it. No telling, though. No telling. Hi, Pixel. It's going pretty well for like just the start of the session. That was kind of dodgy, but it's fine. Hey, this is like 3 Gemini entries in a row somehow. Alright, good luck cleaning. Thanks for the good luck. I jumped way too late. I really don't even like understand what it is that I'm doing to get somewhat consistent at spread walk. I think it's just kind of like getting a feel for the timing. I don't even think it's muscle memory necessarily because a lot of the same situations don't really pop up that much. I think it's just general like a vibes based understanding of the fight. Which is gonna suck for when I have to explain strats. Yeah, just get out of the corner there for safety. I think I might have just sleep buffed this. Like all the improvements that I made to how I do these fights last night just kind of stacked. Hi Maxwell, thanks for the good luck. Why is like every single attempt getting to Gemini today? Not that I'm complaining, but like, jeez, dude. That was way too early, Jesus. I guess the trade-off is that my Gemini play is a lot worse than yesterday. Just because I'm getting more attempts there. Why can't I just not lose attempts to stone or tornado today? What is going on? I just jumped way too late. I think I was like getting in my own head a little about the quality of the session so far. I think if I start getting too much in my own head, I'm just gonna practice MM2 posse. Because I haven't really touched that since I got the 2X, but I probably should. Oh, you don't even need to jump there to like bait him out. You can just walk. Yeah, that's the kind of attack where you gotta do the crossover. Also, I'm starting to realize that full screen sheds give you are like worse for damage than like not full screen sheds. Just because like the points where you oh, did I just not jump there? Did I press jump like after I got hit? Okay, yeah, you should probably still jump there for safety. Maybe just like jump at the start so that you're not on the same level and then you can just walk the rest of the way or something. I'm noticing that in the last couple sessions I've like not had to play around. I've not had to like corner myself on I really haven't had to corner myself on stone that much in situations where it's not good to corner yourself. Like I haven't had to like eat the corner. I just pray he doesn't double dash punch. Also, I think I might have been lying about my strat being good for the one in between stone and tornado. was that? Did I just mess it up? That was like a really weird dive bomb. Yup, that is the song being played at the moment. Girl who motions, girl who moves. Are we rocking with this? Whatever you say. I almost got the crossover. I don't know what lets you get the crossover and what doesn't. I really wish I could figure out what lets that, like, be consistent. Hi, Lucky. Hmm. I kind of forgot this was in the playlist, honestly. This entire OST kind of goes crazy, I can't lie. Super Chutney Bros 8. That sounds awesome. You know what, gamer? You're so right. Okay, back that up really good. I completely messed up that crossover. God, I really gotta figure out how that works. Dive bomb stop being such an esoteric attack. crazy sequence of rolls. I don't think I've actually heard Hard Part 5 in a minute. I go back and forth on if this or part 1 is my favorite Heart part. I feel like having Heart part 1 is your favorite is kind of like a weird thing, but like, I don't know, I just like the hunger it has, I guess. I just like hearing the guy when he's like still trying to prove himself. I just think it's like, I just think it's interesting because of where he is now. I'll look at it after the attempts. Back to Gemini, nice. Why did I jump early there again? What? That's not going to be a problem attack now, is it? Yeah, that's kind of frustrating. Getting 2 Gemini attempts and then they die instantly to clone summon, not even just spread walk. How is that not in range? The second I started cornering myself, I was like, yep, I'm dead here, and then I just wasn't? I just got so bailed out that attempt. Yeah, this is the hardest segment in the run, basically. To do once, at least. Wily 6 is probably hard to, like, do multiple times in a row. But this is the hardest to just get a 14 segment. Like, these bosses are all more consistent. Like, it's easier to do all these bosses combined consistently than it is to do, Wily consistently, I'd imagine, even if, just doing Wily once isn't as hard. I probably put, like, 4 hours into this stuff? Like, 3-4 hours into this segment alone. I don't have, like, exact tracking data for this specifically. Wait, I kind of do. Well, like, the first session where I started this ended at, like, 11 hours, 26 minutes, and now we're at, 14 hours, 39 minutes. I still don't have the segment. I'm kind of not... I mean, I'm close. I'm close because I have, like, 3 attempts. No, not... I have 3 attempts past Blade. Like, the last 3 in Mega Man 2 Posse aren't that bad, but I still got hit to them, so, like, you know. The hits I took on Plug were just kind of tiny misplays, at least. Like, jumping a couple frames too late, or, like, getting antsy and running into him. Basically. What? I didn't even realize it was doing a full screen spread walk. What was that? Okay, let me look at this. This is a good image. This is a good image. Let me show it. This is a good image. Good image, good image, good image. Okay, that was basically a full screen. I wasn't sure if it was gonna count as a full screen, but I decided to just dodge it like a full screen to be safe. Hopefully don't do anything like stupid that instantly gets the Gemini attempt killed. Okay, clone summon. I'm surprised that spread walk didn't get hit. That felt like a really bad jump, but I guess it wasn't. Okay, back on blade. Nice, nice. It's really funny how underutilized the up and down arrows are when you don't open the weapon menu for anything. Plug. This room is genuinely scary though, so like, yeah. I think the scary part is just killing the first barrel. Once that barrel was down, the rest of it was fine, but third plug entry. Two sides. Low high. Two sides. High low. I thought that was gonna be a two sides, but it's a peg ball. Okay, that's a two sides. High high. God, I couldn't see. I couldn't see the telegraph because I was shooting at him. No. That's entirely my fault. I couldn't make out the telegraph because I shot him, and the flash made it hard to see what his arm was doing. Fuck. That's a PB though. Practicing this is good because it also gives me the opportunity to figure out stuff that I didn't figure out in just doing like the individual stages. Like it forces me to like be more cognizant of everything that I'm doing in every boss fight. Just to maximize consistency. I started walking way too late. I don't even know what I was waiting for. Oh, also, I guess that can apply to affiliate now, in theory. I mean, I don't think I can, just because of, you know, just because of, like, paperwork and payment method and everything, but, like, it's nice that that's an option, you know? I'd have to, like, talk with family about it. I mean, I probably wouldn't be getting more than, like, chump change, but, like, you know. And also, now that I'm, like, actually an adult, it's more of a headache to fill out the paperwork because I have to do that. How did I dodge that shield jumps? I almost called it shield walk. We are not there yet. This is not Wily Machine Phase 3. Killed him right before dive bomb, which was nice. That's full stream. Green diamond. Also, I only just now looked at my input display for Snake, and, like, it probably looks kind of crazy, just the, like, turnaround shots that I'm doing on the input display. Just to try and, like, get as much damage as possible. God, I just got screwed over by the ice. No, I didn't get screwed over, I just didn't account for them properly. And then I just started panicking from there. The main thing with ice physics in that fight is that it, like... The main thing it affects is, like, letting go of a direction. You kind of have to let go of a direction in the air if you don't want to slide. Like, right before you hit the ground. It honestly doesn't affect the fight as much as you'd think it would. I thought I got hit by a box for a second there, but I don't. $15-hour mark approaching. They don't tell you this is the best song in the show. How did I not get hit there? That was the worst floor gyro I've maybe ever done. Full screen. Double show this one is full screen. I completely screwed up there. I could have killed that cycle, but doesn't really matter. Another Gemini entry. Also, I'm starting to realize how like much longer this segment is than the other segments. This is probably like a 7-minute segment. If I had to like spitball. Like the fights in this game are actually kind of long. Buster only anyway. I should have not been allowed to dodge that spread walk. That was so sketchy. They're calling it the worst Gemini no-hit attempt ever that actually did the no-hit. Like, there's no reason for me to be in Blade right now. I played that so horribly at the end, and yet it worked. Plug attempt number 4. Well, hi. I thought I was gonna get hit by the top one. High-low. High-low again. I walked into it. Like, why is he giving me such bad patterns? He wasn't giving me patterns like this when I was doing the fight in isolation. I damn near 5x'd the fight in isolation. Like when I was trying to practice plug. Why have I died to it 4 times in a row? Is it genuine? I think, like, that one just kind of felt unlucky. Or, like, I did the part that made me think it was unlucky, and then I just panicked. I don't know if it's nerves or what. Like, I don't feel that nervous going into plug. That was such a weird dive bomb. I don't even know what I was supposed to do there. I just didn't think it was gonna, like, go up and hit the wall like that. Dive bomb, I feel like, is the kind of attack where it's like, you're constantly in a state of, like, I get it, I don't get it, I get it, I don't get it. They're calling it the Wa vs. Gav basic master attacks. Scotchy. You know what, gamer? You're so right. Spring collab old hard side golden. You're so true. Yeah, that's... What was that? Yeah, I figured you were bringing up the gold hire. All GMHS just looks unserious, honestly. SJOGMHS, you know what, gamer? You're so right. It's genuinely so absurd that there's more GMHS Goldens than 7D Goldens this year. We got more LXVI Goldens in a single work week than 7D has gotten all year. There have been 270 Goldens in the entirety of 2025. We're losing recipes. I'm not sure how I could have... I think I was trying to crossover there, but I'm not even sure if that crossover would have worked. I'm leaning towards it wouldn't have worked. I need to figure out what lets you crossover consistently. That's one of the biggest, like, things I need to... Like, one of the biggest breakthroughs I need to have in this grind, really. Just how can you consistently crossover dive bomb? Because that makes a lot more situations salvageable. Okay, I just jumped way too early. Crossover arch, you know what, gamer? You're so right. Guy who crosses over. You're just permanently correct. Kid named Arch? Okay, I don't think you're right for that one. I think you're off base a little. Maybe I should try to like bonk my head on that wall. I don't really think that optimizing that room is what needs to be done, but it could just be helpful. I should probably find a strat for the like room before plug fight as well. That's probably more urgent. So why is my bitrate dying? Many are saying this. Kevin. Guy who is a Kevin. Why is my bitrate so unstable? I don't get it. Like, why is it consistently dipping significantly below 6K? 6K isn't even high. My internet isn't bad. I just don't get it. That was just a very, like, bad sequence of events on Snake. Getting myself cornered because I don't remember why into, getting myself cornered because of, him bonking the wall on shotgun into him doing Snake Summon. That's just very bad luck of the draw. Rick Buster. That's what it is. That's what they wanted it to be. They just didn't know English like that. So they kind of colonized it wrong. The guy's handwriting in English was really wonky, so the I looked like an O. He's supposed to be Rickman. Many don't know this. You've cracked the code. Rickman. Really thought that was gonna be a dive bomb, but shield jumps is fine. That was a really long time without a dive bomb. Of course, double dive bombs right after. And of course, I got the crossover because I'm just the best. Bitrate, stop dying when I'm cooking on Tornado, Jesus. Why are you like half of what you're supposed to be, if even? Maybe I'll try out like VBR or something instead of CBR on OBS. I'm really happy these slides are consistent because if they weren't, I would be like crying and screaming every time I got here. And it would make Gemini like even harder to play. That's kind of dodgy, but it works. I haven't listened to Call Me If You Get Lost. It's been full and so long. Round start spread. Double ring. I almost got hit by that. That was such a slow spread. I didn't even know you could move that slow. I'm surprised I didn't get hit by that. Okay, I think that's the strat. 5th plug entry. Hi. Bitrate, stop dying on a good attempt. Low. Low high. Low high. PB. Ring. God, this room is so scary. Stop tweaking! Okay. Ring. Ring and Flame are not that bad, thankfully. Oh, that was so sketchy. No, 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 no. What am I supposed to do when he summons Wormhole there? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do in that situation. Or how I'm supposed to prevent it. Is there like some kind of positional manipulation I can do? So that he never has the opportunity to do that? Like if he does a double Wormhole? I think that might be what I need to figure out. It didn't come up in practice though. It didn't come up when I was trying to do the fight like individually. But granted, I barely even played that stage in practice, which is my fault. I just figured that since I already had a no-hit of it, I could do it a couple times and be fine. But clearly not. The thing with this game is that most of the time, getting walled feels like it's your fault to some extent. Like obviously, being in that situation, like when you're in the situation, yeah, the hack has every boss in this game has 3 attacks basically, and these aren't what they do in the vanilla games, like even close. This is like way harder than any of their vanilla fights, probably. Like the way this game works, it feels like there's a lot of like basically every like situation you can get into where you get walled. It feels like you were like, oh, go back a couple attacks, and I could have prevented getting walled here. That's what I like about the way this hack walls you sometimes. It feels like more of a punishment for letting yourself be in a bad position than just like a fuck you. And the solution is just like play around getting into that situation in the first place, which is a viable thing you can do a lot of the time. I really like the boss design in this game. Honestly, they ended up being easier than I thought they were going to be going in. Like, going into this grind, I thought the bosses were going to be harder. Based off my memory of my, like, my first couple playthroughs. That's what you do when he bonks. Just walk to the other corner. Don't try to stay in the same corner. Looks dodgy, but it's like the safest thing you can do, probably. Also, we hit the 15-hour mark. I forgot to mention that, but that's nice. Jump scare. I forgot this was in the playlist, I can't lie. I see. I just entirely forgot about this Constant Companion song. If I added it to the playlist, it's probably one of the ones I liked more. Even though I was kind of like ho-hum on the album as a whole. I see. Also, it's kind of funny how little I cared about that Blade entry. Like, Blade entry is supposed to be hard, and I'm just like, I don't really care, I guess. I guess that's a sign that Gemini is getting less bad. Also, like, how hard is that fucking, like, Until Dawn hack or whatever it is? I've like barely seen gameplay of it. I just know that it's like people are like the streets are calling it DE2. I think I saw someone get a couple of like the late course stars in that, like the late course reds, but I haven't like looked into it much. Okay, until tomorrow. That's what it was. I see. I see. I wasn't sure if that star boarding had was like the hardest in the game or not. Also, remind me after this attempt to change 10 hours in the title to 15 hours. I wish there was like a more efficient way to practice individual attacks in this game. Like if there was like a trading tool for specific attacks and like different situations for them. AIOU, this is about Mario 64 Kaizo hacks. This does not concern. Yeah, I have save states, but the thing with save states is that for stuff with RNG, if you put a save state in the same spot, like during an attack, it's always gonna have the same RNG values. So that doesn't really let you, that's not the most, like, ideal practice. Like, it's way better than not having save states, but it's still not, like, completely optimal if you just want to practice individual attacks. You just kind of have to, like, practice the same fight over and over again, and then hope you get the attack you want to practice a lot. I have a crazy sequence of rolls, I can't lie. So good. Surprised he didn't start doing spread walk, but maybe I just killed him before he had the opportunity to actually, like, shoot because I jumped. Like, I jumped that attempt. I was gonna watch the movie this album cover is a reference to for my birthday, and then stuff came up, so like I was just like, yeah, I'll watch it some other day. I already watched Pastoral to Die in the Country. I don't need another like transcendental masterpiece. Lily Shushu is gonna like change everything about my worldview, I think, when I watch it. Yeah, it's genuinely fucked. Hello. That felt early, but I guess it wasn't. High low. Thank God that he backs up there. So high. Ah, I jumped a couple frames too late. Why is he cornering me so much more? Like, why is he cornering me so much more during this? I don't get it. Okay, 15 plus hours. Not for another, like... Honestly, absolute earliest I can see is 2028. Is there even anything viable harder than it that besides like fucking besides like Jonk Threads? Is there anything like even like that's not like blatantly RTA unviable? Or like RTA completely fucking stupid? Not that like Jonks is like RTA viable, but like you know what I mean. I mean, there's probably gonna come along something that's like not completely stupid. That's harder than FT Roads at some point. I mean, like right now, obviously it's like I guess like it's viable, as in like it's not completely stupid to grind for its difficulty, but also its difficulty is not like viable for anyone at the moment. It is like by far the least stupid option at that difficulty range. Jonk's Reds is like the end of like 3D platformers as a genre, I think. Jonk's Red's son or nil difficulty tower daughter. Yeah, no one does. We had like no clue how hard FT Reds was until like not that long ago, to be fair. We thought that shit was easier than T-Dawn for a good minute. I don't know if that was we, but like the one person who had like authority to speak on the situation did. (2022) like the stuff 2022 Pluto was doing in SM64 still doesn't make sense to me. Like it's just completely fucking nonsensical in hindsight. Like that's like the era I was most closely following the community, so I'm biased. But like, what was she on back then? Like she's still doing a lot of nasty stuff in fan games. Obviously, it's just like, I guess fan games being a bigger community makes like someone like her doing nasty stuff feel like less absurd, even if it is still incredibly fucking hard. Like she fluked Toakeia from like she first tried Toakeia Chorus 2 to end somehow. I don't know how she did that. That's like a demon fluke. But like, you know. Yeah, yeah. Like I still talk with her on a regular basis. Yeah, it's literally just DE machine. Get ready to learn DE gameplay, buddy. That's crazy work. Girl who learns differential equations. Not me yet. Not me yet. Guys, I'm still in Calc 1. Don't spoil what the Riemann hypothesis is. I don't want spoilers for math. Mods crush a skull, thanks. Oh, noted. Not that I was planning on going into engineering, but like, just noted for general knowledge's sake. I think I overlearned that rule that I was following to just like not. Yeah, it's still just like the one. It's still just the one. It's just like mega untouchable besides fucking like Jonks Reds, which is like, you know, literally Jonks Reds, and also it's one stage. It's not like a full blown hack. Yeah, that's what I mean. What is Dystopia doing? Why are you stuttering like that? What are you doing? I'm closing the emulator. I don't care that I didn't get hit, I'm just closing the emulator. That was literally unplayable. Why is Dystopia completely tweaking? It is an NES emulator. There is, like, no reason for it to be tweaking. Jogs 100 is still, like, so crazy. And that's not even, like, the crux of the Jonks Reds difficulty, which is even, like, more crazy. I'm surprised that didn't... I'm surprised it didn't, like, rebound. But, like, I didn't get hit by that more so. I need to figure out what the issue is with Dystopia. It's starting to get really bad in certain situations. There is no circumstance where an NES emulator should be dropping frames on a computer from the 2020s. Absolutely no circumstances where that should be happening. I see. These parts sound like pottage, I can't lie. I see. Okay, another Gemini entry. It feels like it's been a bit, but probably hasn't, and I'm just kinda like zoned out. That was such a weird spread walk, but it works. Cleanse him. Push on them. Close them again. Yeah, I remembered seeing the Fractured Multiverse star. What was I doing there? What was I even trying to do? Was I just trying to dodge something preemptively and then he popped double spread walk? And I didn't know what to do? I don't even remember what happened there. I don't know if it's more fucked that Everlasting Encore is like took like 3 years almost to the day to get replicated, or the fact that it has like 3 or 4 or however many it has now clears. It's so insane that literally we just got robbed out of second ever Everlasting Encore happening same day as first ever by there being a leap day in like the interim. Literally, if there wasn't a leap day, M6's clear would have been on February 19th. Yeah, it was the 18th that it happened on. I'm saying. Yeah, it did. That was crazy, Aura. 2 mode activate. I kind of just forgot that I was like 14 when Everlasting Encore Reds cleared happened. Jesus, that was like, this is probably the sketchiest tornado attempt I've ever had. Between that dive bomb and that floor gyro. Is this not like, or do these songs not both roll on like the first session that I played with it without like the first full session I played with my playlist? And isn't this playlist like 2,000 songs long? How are they already rolling again? Why is Spotify playlist RNG so ass? It's better than YouTube playlist AI, but YouTube playlist RNG, but like not that much. Like, I get repeats to some extent, but, like, the extent to which Spotify does it for playlists of this size is, like, kind of insane. I would pivot to Music Me, but I don't have the storage space for that, and also I want to have the same library on my computer and my phone, more or less. Also, it just allows for, like, easier, like, Last.fm and, like, OBS integration than, like, than, like, just using YouTube or something. I don't think you did. That's awesome. It's kind of funny how, like, deep into the Kaiser community I got despite not playing SM64 hacks, like, at all. I was just that one person who doesn't play the game but can keep around because she's chill. I just want to figure out if, like, what lets you get crossover or not is skill-based or luck-based. It feels kind of luck-based, but I have, like, no evidence to support that. Oh, is my bitrate completely shitting the bed right now? Oh, it is. Lovely, 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 lovely. I literally don't know what the issue is. This is the first time I've grinded something in a video game seriously in, like, 2 years, probably. And it's something that, like, I have no clue how hard it is because no one has ever attempted it or even entertained the idea of attempting it. Not even in, like, a this is impossible way, but just, like, a no one has ever had the thought to do this way. Okay, thank God that attempt where it was, like, borderline unwatchable for half of it didn't get anywhere. Why is my own stream preview that delayed, huh? Beast mode. This is, like, the first time I've been, like, strongly driven to grind something in years. Like, actually put in the time. Because, like, I anticipate that this is gonna... Like, I don't have the expectation that this isn't gonna be, like, an absurdly long grind. I fully expect this to take over a year of my life. I really gotta listen to more Rockman. I've still only heard the project from last year. What the hell was my stream preview, like, delayed to, like, the very start of the stream? What is anything doing? I probably just gotta restart my computer after this to see if that fixes anything. But I don't want to risk, like, a Windows update coming in and ruining everything. Windows 11 updates just being the most non-functional things ever with a job. Shoutouts to a Windows 11 update, like, breaking my graphics drivers right before I was about to use video editing software for a project, and I basically had to, like, figure out how to get it. I had to like spend like several, like probably close to an hour, like finagling trying to figure out how to actually get the editing software to open properly because Windows just decided to completely break the drivers while updating. I'll take your word. I'll take your word, Maxwell. I don't really have the expertise to judge that. I'm like nominally aware of it, but I don't know what it entails. That was a really sketchy jump. I think I jumped too late. That's awesome, Maxwell. W spawn camp. Why did I try to cross over there? I didn't need to do that for like any reason. I just got the idea in my head that I was gonna cross over that one, even though it wasn't necessary at all. Like, I think I should only try to cross over double dive bombs. If he does a double dive bomb, I have like no reason to try and cross over. I wonder how many Wily 5 attempts I'm gonna have before I get the clear. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like deep in the double digits. Like 30 to 50 would not surprise me. That was too close? I was probably like a couple pixels away from being safe there. This is also reassuring, or like reinforcing how hard Wily 4 End is going to be. Because this is going to have to be done after the second hardest boss in the game, and before the hardest boss in the game, and that. So I'm going to need to get, like, decently consistent at these fights in order to stand, like, a fighting chance of getting anywhere on this grind. If I don't get the segment this stream, I'll probably just edit the goals thing to be like specifically I'm trying to do Wily 5 no hit. Because I feel like that's been like the main goal for long enough that it like warrants being a something. I barely missed the crossover. I wish I could get a sense for what makes a good or bad crossover on Double Dive Bomb. Ah, that was such a weird Double Dive Bomb. Getting hit on the up is like always like, oh, that was just a weird one kind of thing. Like not getting hit by the actual dive bomb. I think Plug Mage might be the new Blade Man, where I just need to get attempts to it on the stage in order to regain the consistency I had in the, like, doing it individually. I just kind of panicked and didn't know what to do. Does walking? I gotta figure out how to lab that attack. Like lab that situation. I wish this game had better labbing tools, or I wish just there were better labbing tools than just putting save states. There probably are, but there's like their task stuff, and I'm not sure how that works necessarily, or how like applicable it is to or like how much you can use it in RTA. And also, I'm playing on Astopia, which isn't like which doesn't have that many tasking capabilities. So I'd have to like swap over to like FCUX or something that I don't want to do. Full screen chat. For some reason, I'm getting attached to this attempt. I don't know why. That looked like a dodge spread block, but it's fine. Blade entry. I really don't think I have a good enough understanding of triple blade attack so that I can like properly explain it. Hi. Two sides. This is Plex 6. High low. High. Two sides. below doesn't matter. Second ring entry. Or more accurately, second plug pass, not necessarily second ring entry. I was too close. I was too close. I think knowing that he can wall you with a wormhole is like altering how I play the entire rest of the fight to like maybe a detrimental degree. Oh, I hit another state. I think maybe I should stop like caring about not getting walled by wormhole as much because I think it's making me play too scared. Everything else. I feel like this is a grind you have to be like very like pragmatic for. Like you have to be like very carefully analyzing everything you're doing. Just to like maximize good situations for yourself during the fights. But you can't just be like that's good enough a lot of the time. You have to be like that's good enough as little as possible. You have to like find like the best solution as much as possible. And like consider if what you're doing is the best solution or not. How did I get stuck on that? Oh my god, I don't know how I got myself out of that situation. That's actually very good, like, thinking on my feet. I'm proud of that. Did that kind of wall bonk you just walk the other direction? But that's not like every wall bonk. I think like the shallower wall bonk is what I need help trying to figure out. But also it's a hard attack to like, it's a hard thing to like foresee coming. Another blade entry. I think I'm starting to get a bit worn out by this session. Just because it's been like all lock in, basically. Last session wasn't as tiring because like half of it was not like this locked in on the hardest segment of the game. And also I'm getting deeper attempts this session, so that makes it like more tiring. Okay, pass blade. Low high. Low high. Why did I jump again there? I think I meant to press shoot and the wires just got crossed. Whoa. I think shooting there was more scary than if I actually had to do the jump. Okay, bad. This room is just waiting for an opening. Nice. Okay, third ring entry. How did it happen twice? How did I get... Okay, also I don't think there's anything you can do about that if it's a double. I think you just have to tank double or like find some way to like maneuver around him. That's really frustrating. To just lose the same attempt in the same way twice and figure out that there's probably not much you can do about it. That's annoying. I'll try to like jump him, but like I don't know if that's a good idea if you don't know he's gonna double wormhole is the thing. You just like always jump over him to like not get screwed over by double wormhole. I'll try jumping over him. Like next time I get there. Maybe I should just practice that fight in isolation, but I don't know how long it would take for save states to give me a double wormhole. That being just like a way that a double attack can play out is really, really scary and really frustrating. I just don't know if that's like realistically audible. Because the way he comes out isn't like influenced by you at all, I don't think. I don't think your position in relation to him at all influences where he comes out of wormhole. And if he does it like right out of where he comes out of wormhole, then like you're just cornered basically. That's really bad. Especially that close to the end of the run. Considering this is like the second last fight of the stage, and then after that you have Flame, which is kind of just choke fodder. Maybe like if like trying no, I was gonna say try and like come out like the same end, but that happens even when he's like when you have like 70% of the screen real estate to work with. Like he shoots it out like in front of himself. He basically needs like he can't even like out of wormhole. He's not moving at all to cause you to be in that situation. He's just staying where he is after he came out of wormhole. I really need to find a solution to that, or else this is going to be like way harder of a grind for like not even necessarily skill-based reasons. That could genuinely really suck. Spread walk. It just sucks extra because like ring is not a hard fight nominally. Ah, that was a really bad set of triple blades. I probably could have. I could have dodged those. I just didn't know what to do in that situation. Mm. I think I'll just practice MM2 posse a bit to not go completely crazy. I almost got it. I just gotta remember jump out of the corner for the last quick thing. Yeah, I forgot my lineup. I forgot my lineup. Good that I didn't practice because I completely just forgot my lineup for an M2 posse metal. Let me make sure I get the lineup right. Yeah, that's the lineup. I'll just try and no-hit the fight once and then go back to normal. I'll try and get like I'll no-hit it once and then go for a streak, and then whenever I lose, I just go back to normal attempts. Like full stage attempts. I am very thankful that this isn't like a super like hard inconsistent fight. That was way too late. I keep wanting to wait to make sure the RNG isn't bad, but then I remember this fight had like basically no RNG. I entirely forgot to do what I needed to do. the extra shot. I don't know if I want to like shoot metal or not. Like I don't know if the getting the fight over quickly is worth increasing the risk on already probably the hardest part of the fight to do consistently. And also, you can get a lot of shots on Crash anyway, so like, who cares? Okay, I got it once. Let's try and get a streak going. If we don't, it's fine. Two X. Okay, I got the 2X. That was kind of a weird metal pattern, though. I'm not sure what that was all about. Maybe I just messed up the lineup? What was that? Why did I do it like that? I got also more Freddy. I got also to Alfredo and Alfredo too still. I probably did like a couple more attempts and then call it quits for the day. I completely messed up that crossover. That was like a horrible crossover. Okay, I'm just gonna reset because I think that was. I don't know, that fight, I just felt like I was gonna get the same RNG over and over. I just needed to switch it up. Maybe like one more blade entry or something. What? Why did he overshoot there? I wish I could just figure out how that shit works. Guy who is Freddie Gibbs. Yeah, I think I'll try and get like one more deep attempt and then call it today. Ah, that was a really weird rise on that dive bomb. Wily 5 is so hard. I think I've passed the 5-hour mark on this stage alone by now. Getting that like burst of consistency of first three fights is really good, but I'm also starting to realize that Tornado is a lot less consistent than I gave it credit for, and Dive Bomb might actually still be harder than Spread Walk. Just thinking about it more, I think Dive Bomb might be harder than Spread Walk to deal with consistently. Spread Walk is like self-contained is the thing. Dive Bomb affects the entire rest of the fight with how you dodge it. That wasn't far enough to walk out of the corner? Sure? I kind of feel like I'm just going through the motions at this point, for this session at least. So I'll probably call it quits soon. Got caught on the platform again award. Was that a bad crossover? I don't even know anymore. I really wish this game was more documented so that I could see if like, so that I could just know for a fact if double dive bomb crossover is consistent or not. Stone is getting consistent, which is good. It's the fight that's just like the most like straight up skill based of the hardest fights in the game. Well, the hardest fights in the first half of the game anyway. Base is more skill based, I'd say, and also harder. But like, of 8 robos, it's the hardest skill based, like entirely skill based fight. Sometimes Tornado feels like it just gets you into situations where it's like, ah, that's GG's. Primarily related to like dive bomb and double dive bomb. That could have been really bad. I just let go of right for some reason. I don't even know why. Okay, Gemini entry. I'll probably jot down what fights still need labbing after this. Or like individual situations that need labbing. Okay, I just jumped way too early. Maybe I'll try and do like one more good attempt. Good being like out of tornado. Also, this is making me realize that there's no like free ball sites in this game. Even the easiest fights in this game are still like very difficult to do like consistently. Just because there's so many situations that different like patterns of attacks can lead you into. You have to be like cognizant of in order to consistently no hit them. I think the main key to dive bomb might just be like trying to stay in the center as much as possible, so that he can't corner you. Just kind of staying in the center as much as possible throughout the entire fight might be the play. Like, obviously that's not always possible, but like, always try to make the ground up if possible. Yeah, whenever you get an opportunity to make up ground in this fight, try and make it up. I think that might be what I need to learn. But also that fight didn't have any double dive bombs, so I can't like say definitively. Okay, probably last attempt of the day. No, I'm not. I'm not letting that be last attempt of the day. I'm not letting the attempt where I like tiptoed into a bullet right before Gemini be last attempt of the day. I'm just not letting that happen. I'm not even mad about that. That's just like not an attempt I can let be last attempt of the day. Yeah, back up on floor driver, but otherwise just keep center stage as much as possible. Like why? I don't get what prompts him to do like the stricter dive bomb. Is it related to the jump timing? I think it might be related to the jump timing. That's my guess. My guess is that like how like the speed and angle he comes at you is like mostly related to when you jump because it's a homing attack. So like if it feels like you couldn't have dodged it, it was probably just your jump timing that was off. I don't have proof of that, but that feels right. Also, it's nice to be able to play a hack and just be able to trust the creator that everything is dodgeable consistently, and that it's just nice to be able to play a round hack that was like very clearly all the bosses were like consciously designed. Like there's not that many like stupid unavoidable situations in this game with like no counterplay. That's just very relieving. Okay, yeah, jump like as late as possible there. Like that felt like a late-ish jump, and the I was more scared of Time Bomb there. So I think jump timing is the main culprit for that. Okay, I think my strat for dive bomb is, I think my new strat for tornado is working. I entirely forgot this was still on the playlist. I can't lie. I think I added this as a joke initially, and then it just stayed in there. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure I just added this because it would be funny to have a J-Eazy song in the playlist, and then I never cared to get rid of it. Because it's like listenable still. And also J-Eazy's chill. That being said, it would be really funny if this was the clear attempt. I think that was kind of a frustrating way for that to end because I just like got hit by clone summon, but solid session, got a good amount of info, and also I got some PBs. Not what I wanted necessarily, but this is fine. And also that intel is going to be really useful in the future. Okay, let me swap scenes. Why did he say that? Okay. Yup. 16. Hold on, let me turn off hotkeys. Not 197 hours. 16. 31, 14 total. Nope. Wrong thing. Insert one row below. Oh wait, hold on, let me Oh wait, hold on. I think I remembered what I did for the order. Yeah, it's bottom and then that kind of thickness. And then separately do the do this level thickness for the vertical borders. Yeah, okay. I think it looks right, okay. 2025, 11, 29, day 7, 16, 31. What was it? It was like 49? It was 14. 6, 1, 14 equals. Yep. Okay. I'll write the write up. I'll write the session recap later. Okay. So now the raid is oh, Kuma's streaming, but I think we all know who's getting the raid. I think we all know who's getting the raid. Where is she? Where is she? Yup. Yup. Girl who raids Parrot Dash. Okay. Solid sesh. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's fine. Not every session could be like a god tier, like all the progress in the world session, and this was still useful in its own right. I'm not like super deflated or anything, but I just think a good session, even if it was like less fun than the others, just because it was like more lock in.